So today is day 4 of the vlogging challenge, and today's theme is random facts about me. I can't think of random facts about me off the top of my head, so I've had to write a few prompts down, so I do apologise if I keep looking at my phone, which is on my knee. But yeah, I have never broken any bones, but I have been to A&E countless times. When I worked with Ed at the hotel that he works at, I was there, I can't remember how long I was there, but within a few months basically of being there, I'd been to A&E at least 3 times, I think, whilst at work. So I'm quite clumsy. Once I managed to bang my hand in between a toilet door and a toilet roll dispenser, and I actually really hurt it. So yeah, I can manage to get hurt really, really easily. But, touch wood, I haven't yet broken any bones, so that's something. I have resting bitch face, and this is actually a medical condition apparently. So what it basically means is when I'm like at rest, when I'm not talking and kind of like doing much at all, so I'm just sitting, like driving for example, I will look like this, which apparently makes you look like you want to kill someone. And yeah, it has made people who have met me like for the first time and don't really know me, they just think I'm a really stuck-up cow, which I can be, but generally it's just because I have that face and people see it and think, oh wow, she is not a nice person. And I'm really shy as well, so sometimes I do come across as a complete and utter bitch. When I was in my teens, I decided to dye my hair black for some really bizarre reason. I had short black hair, like in a bob, and I thought it looked really cool, and I also penciled on my eyebrows using a black eyeliner. And nobody decided to tell me at the time how awful it looked, and I thought I looked alright, and then looking back I'm like, wow, I look awful, and everyone's like, yeah, you looked awful. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me at the time so I could change it? But yeah, that's the beauty of hindsight. I've been living a lie most of my adult life. So basically, on my CV, I had down that I got a C for sociology, which I was pretty gutted about, to be honest, because sociology was one of my favourite subjects at A-level. But yeah, it turns out when I found my A-level certificate that I actually got an A for it. So yeah, it's a bit bizarre. Despite getting married in Santorini later this year, I've never actually been to Greece or any of the Greek islands, but it has been on my bucket list to go to Greece since I was 18, so I'm going to be ticking that one off this year. I have a freaky ability to be able to pick things up with my feet, which people think is strange. I thought everyone could do it, but apparently not. So, for example, if I'm carrying Benjamin, I'm trying to do some kind of washing, like picking up the washing, I can just pick up like an item of clothing with my foot. Pick it up with my foot and then grab it with my hand, and then yeah, it's quite useful. I also have really long finger-like toes, which maybe is why I can do that. They're really quite freaky, and Ed was really quite freaked out when he first saw them, and he says I have really weird creepy toes, so that's lovely. Nice creepy feet. And apparently Tony has creepy toes too, so we're in the creepy toe club together. My whole family sit in the frog leg position. When we sit, that's just our natural sitting position. Apparently it's actually really bad for you and your joints, and I have got really bad knees, so maybe that's why. But yeah, we just sit in the frog-legged position. I don't know if you know what the frog-legged position is, so I'll try and show you. I'd imagine it's quite obvious and self-explanatory, but yeah. So I sit like that, so with my legs out to either side. And that really is the most comfortable position that I can sit in, and I do it and I'm fine. But some people are like, wow, I can't get my feet like that. I grew up thinking that my family had created the meatball song. I don't know if you know the meatball song. I'm not going to sing it because I can't sing. But basically it goes, on top of spaghetti all covered in cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed, and then it goes on and on. Yeah, I thought my family had created that song, and apparently they hadn't, because other people know the song. Not everyone, mind you, but there are other people out there, so presumably my family didn't create it. If you haven't listened to it, I would Google it and YouTube it and listen to that song, because it's a very random song. I'm terrified of the Fantastic Mr. Fox film. so terrified of it, and my children love it, and I actually have to try and avoid going in the room when they're watching it because it freaks me out so much and I will end up having nightmares. Seriously, it's really creepy. I don't understand why you would make a children's film that's that creepy, although the children don't find it creepy. It's just me. So, yeah. I also hate Thunderbirds. I'm terrified of Thunderbirds. I cannot stand it. I can't watch Thunderbirds at all. And there's the film, I can't think what film it is, but there's a film. Oh, it's completely lost. But there's a film with Thunderbirds in it. I'm sure everyone who's watching this knows the film I'm talking about, and I just can't think what it's called. But yeah, I can't watch it because it actually creeps me out so much. And yeah, I'm a sucker for gimmicky products, total sucker. If you read my blog, you might have seen some of these said gimmicky products. There's things like shower gels that apparently smell for longer. There's a shower gel I have as well, which is a chocolate one. I just love the idea of something like that, and the pretty packaging of things as well gets me every time. If there's a pretty package, I will buy it, even if the product's actually pretty rubbish, and it doesn't just stop at products either. So books, I am awful at literally judging a book by its cover. So I'll go along into a bookshop. I love books, I love reading, but I'll go in there and I'll look for the prettiest, like most bright and eye-catching book out there. And the book itself could probably be absolute rubbish, but I will still probably pick a pretty cover over, you know, a book that I've heard is really good. And like books as well that have pictures inside, I'm a bit of a child. Self-help books especially. If there's a self-help book with lots of writing and no pictures, I'll just be like, no, I don't think I want that. And then there's a book with some pictures in it and I'm like, yep, that will be a good book. Yeah, don't know how interesting it's been. Obviously I've like sat and talked and not really done anything else, but I am grabbing the time with all 3 children out of the house and getting the video done, so apologies for that. So thanks for watching my random facts about me. Tomorrow's video is on organising, so come back and watch that tomorrow. Bye!